Hello friends, Jayma Malme here, and I'm going to create a double page scrapbook layout today using these photos from a recent scrapbooking retreat that I went on. These are probably the fastest I've ever scrapbooked photos. I printed these on the last day of the retreat and then scrapbooked them our last day there. I had to finish a little bit at home, but it was kind of fun because everybody was able to see our pictures being scrapbooked. I printed these photos so fast because I knew exactly what paper I wanted to use. This Hobby Haven paper pack has this self-care paper, and then this one here with the comfy chairs and plants I thought would be nice to bring in the blue, because I definitely wanted to bring in blue, but that self-care paper didn't have it, so I'm gonna see how I can do that. I also love that this specialty pack comes with a bunch of different die cuts that you can pop out, so I popped out a whole bunch that could work with this layout. I decided to use this sketch again from the Creative Design Team's Volume 5 12x12 sketchbook. I used this in a layout last week, but you're going to see that this one is going to look completely different. So I know that I want these two photos over on the left, the group photos, and that was perfect with the two 6x4 photos. And then there's a photo of me with my chin mask on and eye patches that my friend Kalia took for me. She was so sneaky taking pictures of me, I didn't even know. And then I looked over and I was able to smile for once. So that's that one. And then we had like a little dance party, and one of my friends went outside and took pictures from the outside looking in. So that's what some of the photos are. They didn't all work as 4x3, and they didn't all need to be big. So you can see I put two of them together on a 4x3. And right here I'm showing you that I'm going to add a flip flap, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. It allows you to add two more photos in the real estate of one. Now that I know where my photos are going to go, I need to choose where my paper is going to go. So I was really trying to work in this bright blue piece, which is in the paper pack. It's one of the back sides. The front sides of all the paper are all sorts of different hobbies like reading and sewing and self-care and all kinds of stuff. And then the back sides are more tone-on-tone colors. And I wish that the self-care one had blue in it, but it didn't. But one of my friends was wearing bright turquoise, and a lot of the embellishments that I wanted to use had it. So I was trying to work it in, and I think in the end it turned out good, but it took a little bit of rearranging with the paper. This brown paper I brought in is from the Wood Grain Wonders pack, which is a fabulous brand new paper pack that's really great for mixing in with a lot of different paper packs. And I like the brown, the richness it brought in. Plus it really plays off of the mountains that we were in. You can see, the deer is in one of the photos, and then one of the photos I was documenting that we got snow one morning. Yet for winter, we've had a really warm winter here in Colorado. All of the snow was melted by the afternoon, and we got probably 3 or 4 inches, so it was pretty crazy. But anyways, the brown plays nicely off of all of the photos that were like outdoors, plus the indoor photos, because the decor in the house is very mountainy and goes with the wood grain as well. So you can see here, I'm trying to bring in that teal, maybe in the mats for my photos. I still wasn't sold on it though, so I'm trying to bring in maybe some green, but I wasn't liking that either. So we're back to the teal, and I decided, you know what, my friend is wearing teal, that's gonna bring it in. All the embellishments I'm going to bring in are also going to bring that in. Plus this photo here will be matted in it. So I think it's going to turn out. So here's everything cut down. I did cut this piece out so that it saves what's going to be hidden. This sketch is really interesting, and I was talking about that in last week's video where I used this for a Disney layout, but I accidentally cut the papers wrong, so they're in the wrong spots. It still ended up looking really good, but this time I'm actually cutting the paper in the right way. I did decide that this piece needed a little bit of a matte because the colors that I happened to choose didn't pop quite enough. This peach is a little bit lighter. In the last layout, I just did some inking around the edges for this, and that worked out well. But for this particular paper, I wanted to actually have a border. So you can see how I saved some paper to create a border, and I just needed a couple of little strips really, because a lot of it is going to be hidden where that banner comes down. If I hadn't already glued the papers down on the left, I would have also inked around that peach piece on the left, but they were already glued down, so we're just going to move on. And I did decide to ink around the edges of my mats just so that they would pop a little bit more. So I'm doing this one here, and then I'll also do the one on the left that has the multiple photos on it. Now on the left, there is supposed to be a photo in the top right spot, but I'm going to use that for my journaling. And then the bottom left spot is supposed to have some little dovetail banners according to the sketch in pattern paper. I'm also going to do something a little different there with some die cuts, and you'll see that when I do the embellishing soon. Now for my title. It's called for it to be on the top, but because I used the busy pattern on the top, I decided to move it to the bottom. I had a friend sitting across from me who was so clever, and she was so good at coming up with titles. So she helped me with this one. It's going to be called Scrap Girls Gone Wild. I thought that was so funny. So I used the peach, I think it's petal pink on the left, with the alphabet a la mode dies, and then on the right I used the same dark brown wood grain paper with the party alphabet dies, which are so fun. I used them multiple times at this retreat. This is another way I brought in that teal paper, is in some tags, and then that green paper is also a pattern from this pack. So I brought it up to the top because since the top was supposed to have the title, it was supposed to span over to the right page, and so I needed to fill that in another way. So the tags and those little lotion bottles and stuff embellishments were perfect for that. On the left, you saw I also added a tag, and now I'm replacing it with two tags that are a little smaller. So this takes the place of the two little dovetail pieces that are called for in the sketch, and it also brings those same patterns over there. And then I'm also going to have all of the colors over there too, because that's going to be my largest embellishment cluster. So I cut out some of the little chairs from that one pattern paper I showed you at the beginning, and some of the plants from there, and I thought it was perfect for us all sitting on the couch in that photo that's next to it, because that couch was all cushy and comfy, just like that big comfy chair. If you know me, you know I love sprigs, so I was trying to get some sprigs in this cluster, although I'm not sure that many of them stay. There were these white sprigs, and there's also some sprigs like this green one in the little die cut pack, and I did use them around the page, although they didn't make it on this bigger cluster here. You'll see that I'm fussing around with these embellishments quite a bit because I have lots of smaller embellishments that I'm working with, and here I'm sort of making a scene, so it's a lot of trial and error. And when you're working with smaller embellishments, you kind of have to rearrange and, you know, get the arrangement just right. It's a little different than working with larger embellishments. So it was kind of a fun challenge. I love all the little embellishments that come in this pack. It's just different than what I normally do when I have larger embellishments to work with. One of the things I look at when I am embellishing is making sure that every color that I'm using is represented in each cluster. So we've got the aqua, we've got the green, we've got the peach, and we have some brown, and we have some of the secret sea. So if I don't have necessarily every single color, at least make it feel balanced, like the secret sea is kind of dark and that espresso dark brown is dark. So at least having darker colors in each cluster. And it's just, like I said, a lot of trial and error and layering things up. But to me, this is the fun part of scrapbooking. I love dealing with all of the little bits and pieces and embellishing, and I could honestly spend hours doing this, and sometimes I do. This scrapbook retreat was one of the funnest I've been to. I go to a few a year and they're all super fun. Scrapbooking friends are just the best friends. If you guys have been to a retreat, you know what I mean. Let me know in the comments if you go to retreats or crops. They're always so fun. But there was just something about this particular group where we just all jived so well. I knew about half of the people going in, but not everybody. And by the end, we were all on a group text, texting each other afterwards, and we're still texting. And it is just so fun when you get along really well with friends and, you know, in a retreat together and doing meals together and chatting and laughing and doing facials, and we went on walks. We saw tons of deer, which was really fun. I only added a picture of one, but there were like 10 of them that were around regularly. We were up in the mountains in Colorado, like I mentioned, around Bailey, Colorado. And this house is a fairly new house for retreats, and the gal just set it up perfectly. It's decorated beautifully. She thought of everything a scrapbooker would need. She's a scrapbooker herself, and it's just one of the best houses I've been to. And it's also booked out for years. Like, it's pretty much impossible to be somebody new trying to get a retreat here. So I feel very fortunate to be invited to come on these retreats that are already booked by somebody. You might be wondering how I printed these photos so fast while I was still there. Well, I bring my Epson PictureMate 400 printer. It's very small and portable. I've done a whole video on that. If you're interested in a smaller printer that prints beautifully, I will link that video down below. So now I'm at home just doing the final touches. That's why my lighting has changed, but I decided to tie little bows and put them on the tops of my tags to top those tags so they don't have the little naked holes. And then I'm adhering them with a little glue dot, and that helps them stay in place. I like using the glue dot because they're very secure, and then you don't have to wait for liquid glue to dry. Liquid glue would work as well though. Off camera, I added some petal pink little shimmery dots, and I actually did my journaling. A lot of times I wait to do that. I added the names of everybody that attended so that I wouldn't forget. Sometimes, you know, down the road you forget things like that, and I'm always glad when I add everybody's names. I'm going to show you how to add that flip-flop here in just a moment, but wanted to mention if you want to see still shots of this layout, I'll have them over on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, and those links are down below, as well as links to all of the products that I've used today if you're interested. So I've put the side that I'm going to add the flip-flop into the page protector, and I've added my photos in the flip-flop. If you're going to be flipping up, you have to put the one on the bottom upside down so it'll be right side up when you flip it. And then I like to fold this little sticky piece back, burnish it, and then peel off the release paper, and then it's very sticky on the back there. Once I get it in place directly over the photo, then I like to burnish it on the top, open it, and burnish it right on that flap, and then it is pretty darn secure on there. I have not had any issues with these falling off or coming loose or anything like that, and now we have 2 extra photos. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see the other layout I created with this same exact sketch but a very different look, that's on screen right here, so go ahead and click that and I'll see you over there. Bye!